Well, folks, I've got some great news. The Hemi is coming back and the TRX is coming back. Ram is making a huge comeback. So we've got some unofficial leaks that state such. And I think that we can trust these leaks because it's one of those situations where it looks like Ram basically they didn't post stuff, but they kind of put some stuff out there unofficially, if that makes sense. They're like, oh no, don't post this whatsoever. Don't show anyone that we're bringing back the Hemi, that we're bringing back the Ram TRX, right? It's like, oops. So I think we can trust it, and let's just quickly talk about what this means. And funny enough, I actually happened to be right by the Ram dealership. I was on my way home, and then I saw this, and so I guess it will go through the dealership and just, yeah, we'll use this for the video. There's a Ram. You're about to have a V8, buddy. The world, it's healing. And basically, we can assume that this new Ram TRX is going to have the new style of taillights. Not these ones, because these are not the super fancy ones that the RHO has and the Limited and all of that. But yeah, basically it'll look like an RHO, but yeah, there you go. And it'll also have the new front end style that is slightly different. I mean, I think this Rebel they have over here is probably the best example that we have in person right now, to give you an idea. So basically what the leak showed is that Ram is going to bring back the Hemi V8 in the 1500. They're also most likely going to put the 6.4 V8 in certain packages on the 1500. So like, that is something that we've never seen before. They're going to bring back the TRX, but it's going to have more horsepower, probably going to have the red-eye engine, so close to 700 horsepower, so they can officially just destroy the Raptor R when it comes to power, because the Raptor R currently puts out 720 horsepower. The outgoing TRX was 702 horsepower. On top of this whole kind of release, they show that they're going to continue to sell Wrangler 392s, which we kind of already knew, right? We already knew that there was going to be a few coming for the 2025 model year, the Encore editions, as I call them, because they're not final editions, but yeah, we're not going to get into that whole situation. But yeah, this does show that Ram is kind of veering back. Now, I don't think they're going to get rid of the Hurricane. I think they're going to do a similar thing to what Ford does with the EcoBoost and the 5.0 V8, where they offer both of the powertrains. So you can choose to get the Hurricane, you can choose to get the V8 Hemi. I think that's what the situation is going to be with Ram moving forward, which I think that's how it should have been from the start. But again, you have to understand, based on the whole EV initiative that the US had prior to the new administration that we have, you had to get rid of V8s. You had to go towards that EV route to survive as an automotive company. But now that the EV mandate is no longer a thing, well, that means that we're going to get V8s for a little bit longer. Now, emissions are still a thing, so it'll be interesting to see how Stellantis and other manufacturers navigate the emissions situation, unless the emissions get rolled back as well, which anything can happen at this point, right? So either way, I think that this is really cool. I think that this is really going to help out just Stellantis in general, and I hope that we see this go across the Stellantis lineup. And what I mean by that is Jeep right now is really struggling with the powertrain department, right? You basically can only get V6 Grand Cherokees, and there's people that want something more when it comes to a powertrain in that. And then the Wrangler and the Gladiator, you're either 4xe, 2.0 turbo. The Gladiator, you can only get a V6, but with the Wrangler, 4xe, 2.0 turbo, or the V6, and then you got the 6.4. I mean, that's a lot of powertrain options, but people want something a little bit different than what is offered. There's not really like a middle-of-the-line powertrain. Jeep needs either the Hurricane, or maybe they bring back the Hemi into the Grand Cherokee. Maybe they just throw the 5.7 Hemi into the Gladiator and the Wrangler. I don't know. I hope that happens. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation. I think it's good news, because people just need options when it comes to powertrains with bigger vehicles, because some people are okay with the turbos, right? That's what they want. They want the power. Other people, they want, you know, naturally aspirated V8s and V6s. So, see ya.